Every night, at exactly 9 o'clock, a small light turned on in the window of the house at the end of Cedar Street. No one remembered when it first started. Some people said it had always been there. Others said it appeared one winter and never went away. But everyone noticed it, because the house itself was old, quiet, and usually dark. The light was warm and yellow. It did not flicker. It did not change. It simply stayed on, night after night. Emma noticed it during her evening walks home from work. Cedar Street was a shortcut she had taken for years. But lately, she found herself slowing down when she reached the end of the road. The light felt comforting somehow, like a promise that something steady still existed in the world. Emma lived alone in a small apartment nearby. Her days were busy, but predictable. Work, errands, dinner, sleep. Nothing was wrong, exactly. But nothing felt especially right either. Life felt like it was moving forward without asking her opinion. One evening, as she passed the house, she noticed something new. The front door was open. She stopped walking. The house looked the same as always. Tall, narrow, with peeling paint and overgrown plants. But the open door felt strange. The light in the window was still on, glowing softly. Emma hesitated. She told herself it was none of her business. Old houses had drafts. Doors opened. Things happened. Still, she couldn't shake the feeling that the house was waiting. She took a step closer. "Hello?" she called. Her voice quieter than she expected. No answer. Emma stood there for a long moment, listening. The street was empty. No cars, no voices, only the distant sound of wind moving through the trees. Finally, she stepped inside. The air smelled like dust and old paper. The entryway was narrow but clean. There were no broken floorboards, no signs of damage. It felt cared for. The light she had seen from outside came from a small lamp on a wooden table in the next room. Emma followed it. The room was simple. A chair, a table, shelves filled with notebooks, hundreds of them, each one carefully labeled with dates. Emma ran her fingers along the spines. The earliest date was decades old. "What is this place?" she whispered. "You could call it a record." The voice came from behind her. Emma turned quickly, her heart racing. An older man stood near the doorway. He had kind eyes and silver hair, and he smiled as if she were expected. "I'm sorry," Emma said quickly. "I didn't mean to. Your door was open." "I know," the man said gently. "It was meant to be." Emma frowned. "Meant to be?" He nodded. "You've been noticing the light for a while now." She felt a small chill. "Yes. That's usually how it starts." He gestured toward the chair. "Please, sit." Emma didn't know why she listened, but she did. The chair was solid and comfortable. The man picked up one of the notebooks. "These are moments," he said. "Small ones. Ordinary ones. The kind people forget." Emma looked at him. "Why keep them?" "Because they matter," he replied. "Even when no one else thinks they do." He opened a notebook and read aloud. March 12th. A woman laughed unexpectedly while waiting for her coffee. She surprised herself. Emma's breath caught. That had been her, years ago. She stared at him. "How do you know that?" The man smiled softly. "This house watches. Not in a way that judges. Only in a way that remembers." Emma felt her chest tighten. Why? "Because people forget themselves," he said. "They forget who they were and who they still are." He closed the notebook. "The light," Emma said slowly. "What is it?" "It's a signal," he replied, "for those who feel a little lost. It says something is still here." Emma swallowed. "Why me?" The man considered her for a moment. "Because you've been walking past your own life instead of stepping into it." The words landed gently but firmly. Emma looked down at her hands. "I don't know how to change that." "You don't have to change everything," he said. "Only notice." He handed her a notebook, a blank one. "This one is yours," he said. Emma took it. The cover was plain. "What do I do with it?" "Write what matters," he said, "even if it feels small." She nodded slowly. When Emma looked up again, the man was gone. The room was quiet. She stood, notebook in hand, and walked back toward the door. Before leaving, she turned off the lamp. The house went dark. The next night, Emma turned on the light in her own window.